President Trump,
Okay.
what do you think about NATO? Do you need NATO at all? Or since you're not really worried about integrity of nations, look what you did to Venezuela. Do you think it's time to scrap NATO?
NATO's got to go. Let me tell you something. We run NATO. They don't pay. No one pays. So if no one's paying the dues in the club, what do? You get rid of the club, because I own Mar-a-Lago and it's a club. And if I have members that aren't paying, what do? I throw them out. So NATO, the people aren't paying. I had to go over there last time. You had to just pay your money, and they paid up. But if they're not going to pay, no NATO for you.
What you're watching here may sound like satire, but it's rooted in something very real. Donald Trump has repeatedly questioned the value of NATO, openly praised authoritarian leaders, and framed global alliances like private clubs that exist only if they serve him directly. This impersonation works because it exaggerates a mindset that Trump has expressed many times, that collective security is transactional.
And I'm starting a brand new one. Did you hear what I'm doing? I'm starting a brand new UN, $1 billion. You get to join the Trump UN. It's going to be fantastic. We don't need NATO. And in fact, Putin told me we don't need NATO. And he's a smart guy. He's a very smart guy, that Putin.
Then why don't you want him as a neighbor? Why do you say that you don't want Russia as a neighbor since you love Putin so much?
Oh, we already have so many Russians in America. We don't need any more of those. And I don't want China. I don't want Russia. I just want America. It'll be the biggest American state after Canada. First, we have to have Canada. Canada will be the 51st state, and then Greenland will be the 52nd state.
That allies are freeloaders, and that American power should be used to dominate rather than cooperate. And when jokes about annexing Canada or Greenland keep showing up on social media, in speeches, and even in viral images, they stop being harmless humor and start becoming signals.
Be fantastic. We'll have all the states. We'll have the largest landmass in the world, maybe other than Russia.
Maybe you can pick up a few countries like Switzerland, maybe France, when you go shopping.
We'll get. I love Bermuda. It's tiny. We could probably take that in about 15 minutes.
Okay. I want to ask you, many
Trump's repeated comments about annexing Canada and his actions reveal a sociopathy that was described in detail in the 2017 book, The Dangerous Case of Donald Trump. In it, 27 psychiatrists and mental health professionals made it clear that Trump is a sociopath who poses a threat not just to the U.S., but to the entire world. Some of the assessments of Trump's personality in the book include the following, and mind you, these are assessments made by professionals who work in the area of mental health. Trump is an impulsive, immature, incompetent person who, when in the position of ultimate power, would easily slide into the role of tyrant. His sociopathic characteristics are undeniable and present a profound threat to democracy. He is profoundly an evil man exhibiting malignant narcissism. And if left unchecked, his pathological narcissism could lead to World War III.
At some point, this stops being about jokes or personality quirks. Mental health professionals have long warned that Trump's behavior reflects something deeper: impulsivity, extreme narcissism, and a disregard for institutional limits. The concern isn't that Trump insults allies. The concern is that someone who sees power this way, unchecked, personal, and absolute, can turn global stability into collateral damage. When annexation threats, alliance rejection, and authoritarian admiration converge, the risk isn't just political chaos. It's systemic breakdown.
Let me be direct. We are in the midst of a rupture, not a transition. Over the past 2 decades, a series of crises in finance, health, energy, and geopolitics have laid bare the risks of extreme global integration. But more recently, great powers have begun using economic integration as weapons. Tariffs as leverage, financial infrastructure as coercion, supply chains as vulnerabilities to be exploited. You cannot live within the lie of mutual benefit through integration when integration becomes the source of your subordination. We stand firmly with Greenland and Denmark and fully support their unique right to determine Greenland's future. Our commitment to NATO's Article 5 is unwavering. So we're working with our NATO allies, including the Nordic-Baltic Gate, to further secure the alliance's northern and western flanks, including through Canada's unprecedented investments in over-the-horizon radar, in submarines, in aircraft, and boots on the ground, boots on the ice. Canada strongly opposes tariffs over Greenland and calls for focused talks to achieve our shared objectives of security and prosperity in the Arctic.
This is where the tone changes. Carney's message at Davos isn't theatrical, it's strategic. He's signaling the world is no longer in a smooth transition, but in a rupture, where economic ties, trade, and even geography are being weaponized. Canada's position is clear. Greenland is not a bargaining chip. Denmark's sovereignty matters, and NATO's collective defense, Article 5, is non-negotiable. This is a direct rebuttal to Trump's worldview. Alliances aren't clubs, and security isn't for sale. Not at all.
Russia has warned of the end of the world if Trump follows through on his promise to take Greenland. This comes after Germany, Sweden, France and Norway deployed troops for joint exercises with Denmark. Trump has repeatedly stated that anything less than US control of the island is unacceptable.
When Russia warns of the end of the world, it's not concern, it's calculation. Greenland sits at the center of Arctic military strategy, missile detection, and global shipping routes. Any attempt by the US to seize or coerce control would instantly internationalize the conflict. That's why European nations are conducting joint military exercises with Denmark. This isn't symbolism, it's deterrence. The Arctic is becoming a front line, not because of climate change alone, but because power politics have returned.
Dear President Trump, listen very carefully. Greenland has been part of the Danish kingdom for 800 years. It's an integrated part of our country. It is not for sale. Let me put it in words you might understand. Mr. Trump, fuck off.
And then comes the simplest response of all. After 800 years of sovereignty, Denmark isn't negotiating, posturing, or hedging. Greenland is not for sale, and it never was. This blunt message cuts through the noise because it reflects what many allies are now realizing. Appeasement doesn't work with leaders who confuse dominance with diplomacy.